Make it make sense? Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I'm here for another video. If you don't know, this is a whole new me. New computer, new mic. Y'all told me to up my production, so I upped my production, and here we are. I'm a little bit more calm than I was last week, but it might be because of this. That's a double. I see you guys in here. Y'all, we got a big show. We got a whole lot planned. So let me know if you can hear me. We got almost 100 people in here. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes with 100 people. It's not unheard of, y'all. Y'all, we got to start with this because y'all know that y'all's girl, Porsha, got married, and we had all the Bravo celebrities out in full effect at this function. So I want to start with Giselle. Now, if y'all remember last year, Wendy told her, Giselle, if you can't find a man, you can bring your luggage. And that's exactly what she did. She brought her luggage to Porsha's wedding. And your girl Nene broke the internet, y'all. So Candace and her mom were there, but your girl Nene decided that she wanted to be full disclosure at Porsha's wedding. Now, the funny thing about Nene is Nene just got that BBL and she got a fat transfer. So she's going to be nearly naked as much as she can be, right? But y'all, the crazy part was one of your one of her breasts was facing forward and the other one had a gangster lean. So I tried my best to play with the censoring to kind of let you know which one was looking forward and which one had a gangster lean. So y'all can use your imagination. Use your imagination, y'all. What's up, Peaches? Hey. It's not me. This is how Nene, anytime you get a fat transfer and a BBL, you're going to want to show off your body. So I'm not even mad at her. I'm not even mad. Good looking Nene. She looks beautiful. She looks happy next to her man now that he has decided to officially divorce his wife. So somebody had on the internet that this would be a dream team. Y'all know I told you guys today, if you haven't seen my video, Monique has officially left Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC. I mean, Love and Marriage, DC. So I'm thinking that opens her up to becoming Potomac housewife again. Somebody said this could be the dream team that takes down the Green-Eyed Goblins, Robyn and Giselle. So y'all tell me, would that be your dream team? Monique, Karen, Wendy, and I don't think that Candace would be cool with bringing Monique back, but we're just talking about in a world where they could get along. Do you think that this would be the winning foursome? Not considering the wedding theme, Nene looked good. Yes, that was her nips. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, so y'all are feeling it. Not Monique, please. Not Candace. Oh, Candace don't like Mo though. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to take down the bigger enemy. Just saying. I mean, Mia has threatened to quit the show, but y'all, I don't believe that. I think that Mia definitely needs this show now that she doesn't have a real job and she's not a CEO, as if she were ever a CEO. She needs the money. She needs the check. So she's not going anywhere. She says, you no longer remain in places that bring out what you work to overcome. I have to move on. She said the same thing last year. Excuse me, right after the episode. So what are we doing here? She's not going anywhere. She loves this type of attention. That's why she was twerking in tonight's episode. Twerking for Robyn. So if she plays her cards right, this might be Mia and Robyn, not Robyn and Juan. I'm done. Okay, so tonight's episode starts off where it left off. This is the aftermath of where Mia has thrown a drink and physically assaulted Wendy. Now, Ashley, of all people, is actually saying that she wants to check on Wendy, and Giselle is not having it. Every time that Ashley mentions Wendy's name, Giselle is like, well, I'm gonna go check on the other one, Mia. If you want to go check on Mia, you don't have to announce that to the table. What Giselle is doing is she's trying to change the narrative in real time. She's signaling that Mia is the side that we need to be on. And I'm not the biggest Ashley fan, but I definitely appreciated Ashley in that moment, really being the only one at the table, even more so than Karen, to actually say Wendy was the injured party in this. So I'm here for Ashley, and I never thought that y'all never would have thought that I would be giving Applehead any type of grace or praise, but I'm giving Ashley a little bit of kudos, a smidgen. Giselle is really pissing me off because at this point, Giselle is absolutely giddy. Giselle is extremely happy that Wendy has been assaulted, and she is ordering fried strawberry covered Oreos and passing them around to the table. She's smiling. This is everything that she wanted. Mia is falling like right into her trap. And I want to point this out. When Robyn was acting like TMZ, recording Wendy and gaslighting Wendy, a lot of people have related what she did to what they did to Shanquilla. Of course, it's not the same thing. They are not in the same ballpark. But there is something to be said about someone recording somebody and pressing them to fight. And that is exactly what Robyn did. Something to think about, guys. Definitely something to think about. Robyn has been in this situation multiple times. Robyn, or Rob the Builder as she's called, always seems to take pleasure or joy when somebody is getting mollywopped. The picture on the left is most recently when Wendy got that drink thrown at her, and the picture on the right is when Monique was mollywopping Candace. Something about that tantalizes Rob the Builder. I don't know if it's a little girl on girl action. I don't know. Oh, no, I'm not. I didn't say that. Y'all don't jump on me. Y'all already got mad at me for calling Robyn She-Hulk. So I'm sorry. I take it back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Don't cancel. Yeah, we got almost 300 people in here. I don't know how many likes we have, but let's try to get to 200 likes, guys. We're going to push the likes. It's a free way to support the channel. It's definitely a free way to support the channel. It really helps me out in the algorithm.
Likes. It's a free way to support the channel.
Okay, so now that I'm not using my phone just decided to go off. But I want you guys to pay attention to the picture on the screen. This is screenshots of Robyn every time there's a fight, and it's not okay. It's definitely not okay. Shake my head, moving on. Oh, sorry. Okay, we move on. Mia is in the car telling G she wants to be sent for. She wants to fly out the next night. At this point, I didn't believe it. I do think that she's embarrassed to a certain extent, but Mia is not going to let off the gas. She wants to be on this show. So I never believed that she was really going to get on that flight. They are at this point, they are deciding that Karen is their next targeting. So both Rob the Builder and Giselle are gaslighting Karen, telling her that she should have diffused the situation. When, if you guys remember last week, it was actually Rob the Builder and Giselle speaking under their breath every time Wendy said something. If Mia made a point about business, Giselle would be like, yeah, that's business. Yeah, that's business. Robyn would be, yeah, why is she antagonizing her? How can you tell somebody else that they should have been the one to diffuse the situation that you were actively a participant in, making the situation bigger than it needed to be? Am I the, like, this is what really annoys me. I'm sitting here thinking, am I the only one seeing this? Like, Wendy had literally nobody in her corner. And although I can understand the stance that Karen took, at the time that you see your friend get physically assaulted and you know that you can't fight, then what you should be doing is definitely getting in between it and or telling Mia she's wrong. Just flat, hard stop. You're wrong. You've gone past a level that I can't appreciate. But she won't do it. So she teeters on the line in order to stay safe. And she did it with Candace and Monique, and now she's doing it with Mia and Wendy. You're making it really easy for the Green-Eyed Goblins to go after you. Robyn recording, again, just trash. Gaslighting Karen, trash. It just, at the point that they are telling her that she should have called Wendy out for lying on G, that's when you know this show has reached a new low. And it's already pretty low because we're blaming people for SA assaults that they didn't actually commit. Like, the show is reaching new lows. I'm interested to see what the ratings are going to be. Mia is over Karen. Karen goes outside to talk to her, and Mia wants no part. She feels as though once something was made up about G, then that is when Karen should have stopped it and jumped into the conversation and stopped it from happening, completely leaving out the fact that she physically assaulted somebody. Moreover, Wendy saying that G and Mia bring men and women into their bed is not a far stretch. You just told us that you was get buck naked on a beach, letting a married man that you knew was married do you. So would I put anything past you, Mia? No, I wouldn't. And that's not even a stripper thing. That's a Mia thing. Mia loves that type of attention. And now knowing that she loved it from a married man who eventually left his wife to be with you, I can't get with it. I can't get with it, y'all. I try. I really do try because I love the Players Club. I love a city girl. But Mia is the absolute worst. And Jacqueline is on that list with her because Jacqueline, she's ticking down. I liked her when she said that she wouldn't necessarily be Mia's friend in present day. But what Jacqueline did this whole episode really was like, you were all the way up under her skirt, literally and figuratively. A mistress doing this married man on the beach, but saying he does men and women, that's where she draws the line. Wendy leaves. Wendy gets back to the Airbnb and decides that she's gonna leave. Giselle and Charisse are giddy over this, saying now that she's gone, it feels like it's going to be a good night. So I'm going to be asking my mods to let me know where we are on likes. You really think Karen should stop it? Wendy is supposed to be a professor and has no conflict. She's unhinged. She started it by asking Charisse if she was scared over. I don't know. I think that this was a fight that Mia provoked, asking Wendy about her personal business with Peter. Just my opinion. Okay, so we're at 188 likes. We're at almost 400 people in here. Let's shoot for about 250 to 300 likes, guys. We're going to push this out and let YouTube know that we're here. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. So now we get an interesting situation where Giselle is trying to get Ashley to switch sides. At this point, Giselle sees that Ashley is invested in Wendy and is actively letting them know that she does not appreciate Wendy getting physically assaulted. So then Giselle brings up the fact that after Candace was physically assaulted, and that Ashley didn't even see the fight, Ashley jumped in and wrote a character analysis. So Giselle is calling her a hypocrite. Meanwhile, Giselle is the main Big Lotto looking hypocrite in this mix. Giselle is the hypocrite in this mix because Giselle did the same thing. She was in full support of getting Monique off the show because she was violent and she felt scared. But she has made every attempt to justify Mia's actions towards Wendy because she doesn't like her, because she doesn't like Wendy. So again, I'm here for Applehead Ashley in this. Applehead actually was spitting facts. You can't, it's very difficult. Let me give this to Ashley. It's very difficult to gaslight Ashley. Ashley is ready with the shits. Just saying. Ashley will always be ready with the shits. I'm here for her in a smidgen. I'm here for Ashley. Candace arrives and Robyn downloads her and shows her this video and again tries to make it seem like Wendy was the aggressor because of course all she's recording is Wendy. She's not recording Mia and Wendy's in exchange. She's recording everything that Wendy is reacting to. This is gaslighting, people. I'm telling you. We have the girls in the pool, and at this point, Candace is going to be talking to Ashley and Karen about what happened. She starts to cry. Robyn and the girls in the pool are realizing that they are trying to pull together to get Wendy back on this trip. And that goes against everything that Giselle and Robyn, the Green-Eyed Goblins, have worked for. So at this point is when Jacqueline starts to lose me because now I'm seeing she does not have a mind of her own. She even goes as far as to say, I'm not going to let her bring her back, meaning this non-castmate, non-friend of the show is not going to let Candace, Karen, and Ashley bring Wendy back. Like, who are you, Jacqueline? Like, literally, who are you? I did reach out to her. I DM'd her. She hasn't responded yet. I would love to have her on the show, but I'm still going to be, I'm a straight shooter, pow, pow. I'm just going to say it like it is. I did not like her in this moment. And I don't think that she realizes that she didn't have the power that she thinks she does, just being a friend of Mia. So the other girl's like, I don't think she's going to invite her back. Well, I mean, you don't have it. None of you all have any say. Let's not forget, Robyn and Giselle couldn't even afford a hotel between the two of them to attend Annie's baby shower. So they slept in the same bed. So let's not forget, none of these girls are balling out of control. They all need it. The producers then ask Robyn about her being on Mia's side. And she just straight up says that she doesn't like Wendy. So, of course, she's on Mia's side. Just saying. After this, after Mia gets her nails done, because that was like a really big thing for her, one nail being broken, she has somebody come out, does her nails. Again, I'm not understanding why this is such a huge deal, her nails, but okay. She gets the nails done. They leave. And this is when she realizes that the other girls are not going to go to her beach party for Karen. Instead, they're going to go check on Wendy. Guys, so I am on this new computer, so I can't see things the same way that I used to see them. Mods, if I need to see anything or something's out of control or I get a super chat, kind of just let me know. Tap me on the shoulder. I don't have the multiple monitors like I used to have. This girl, Mia, is really on a power trip, and she acts as if she bought this room. She basically tells Candace and Ashley that they are disinvited from the home because they are going to go and check on Wendy. We all know that Bravo paid for this house. So it's really funny that Mia is trying to, I don't know, like, she's playing up the storyline really big that G and her paid for this trip, but you know, whatever. She is trying her hard to be the third member of the Green Eyed Goblins. She's trying real hard. Ashley, once they get once they get to the restaurant that I told you guys on my last video that I've been to, it's called Versailles. It is the really famous down home Cuban restaurant. So if you're ever in Miami and you have the time to leave like the beaten path, go check it out. It's a really great restaurant. That's where I found out that Cuban food has a lot of similarities to Creole food. And I'm from Louisiana, so I know Creole food. Ashley sends this text. Mia, it is quite rude for you to invite a group of women out of the state, then threaten them about revoking their accommodation just because you don't agree with something they've decided that brings no harm to you. It is incredibly petty, and I will be sleeping in the same room tonight. So she basically said, I don't really care who you are. You didn't pay for this, and you can't put me out. For me personally, I would have called the bluff. I would have said, come on, all four of y'all, let's go stay at the White Law. Let's go stay at the St. Regis. Let's go stay at the Fountain Blue, and we'll see if they can film a show without us and see how far they get. The rest of the girls go to the beach party. And this is when Giselle decides to call out Jacqueline and Mia for being real kitty clickish, like her and Giselle. Funny coming from them. But basically, Giselle had seen them showering together and wanted to know if they were kitty clickish. Kitty clickish. And they didn't necessarily deny it. They got this face. But I want to point out that Rob the Builder was extremely pleased with asking this question. This was another tantalizing moment for Rob the Builder. She was tantalized. We'll just keep saying that. She was tantalized at the thought of those two showering together. Tantalized. You say mess. Just saying. So we got about 500 in the room, guys. Definitely hit that like button as you come in. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We are putting on a show for y'all. Mia looked disgusted, but I would not be surprised if Mia and Jacqueline have, you know, done a little something in the past. It just two grown women deciding to shower together when they don't have to. No judgment, but it does feel like it feels a little weird that women of their age are choosing to shower together, talking about my husband, if I die, my husband is going to be yours. You know, if that's the lifestyle that they live, then that's just the lifestyle that they live. Judgment-free zone, y'all. Judgment-free zone. Let's see, where are we at? Feels like Mia is auditioning to be the third Green Eyed Goblin. Now we get to Wendy breaking down what really happened. Oh, wait, I got a super chat. Question. Why one shower? Was there one washcloth? Are they broke and paying the water bill? Judgy, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do think that some people are just more, you know, sexually fluid, and she's afraid to say that for whatever reason, but she tells us everything else. Like, if I were her, I would be less concerned about what they did in that shower and more concerned about the viewers knowing that I was sleeping with G when he was married on a beach while people watched, right? Because that's a sexy scene. G thrusting, sweating, all on her, like. But you know, some people might like that. So you could put in the chat if you would have been there for if you would have been there to watch Mia and G get it on at the beach. So it would definitely be a sight to see. Thank you so much for the super chat. So, okay. So, oh, wait. Sandy Senior Citizen. Robyn does not like Mia. She just hates, she still acts like a stripper. You know, they don't use washcloths. You know, I could see them being the type of girls that don't wash their legs in general because they feel like the soap coming down will wash it off for them. I could definitely see Mia saying, well, why would I need to wash my legs if it's gonna drip down? Just saying. And Jacqueline would probably be right there, but I'll wash them for you. I'll wash them for you, Mass. Sorry. So anyway, so the real reason why Mia wanted Wendy to shut up, Patricia has gone around talking to all of the women on the show to make sure that he got enough of a cameo to show his restaurant. He has talked to Giselle about Wendy, basically saying she didn't have any money. But that came from Giselle, so it might have been a lie. He has told Wendy that he doesn't really F with Mia and G because Mia did some snake to his girlfriend at the time. Now, a lot of people, I talked about this in the video, a lot of people didn't know what snake shit is. Well, that is when you are like lying in the grass waiting to strike somebody. That's the definition of snaking somebody. I got a lot of questions about that. When I showed you a no, that's not how it works. When I put that in I've been doing like scenes from the next, or I'll do like a spoiler. A lot of people asked what that was, but that's really what it means. Mia, I could see Mia being at a table with Peter's new girlfriend and looking down on her because maybe the girl wasn't a boss in Mia's definition of what a boss is. So to know that Wendy had information on her and she didn't want Wendy to speak, it kind of ties in if you really think about it. That is probably why the situation escalated that fast. She didn't want to be embarrassed. The rest of the girls are now suggesting that Mia confront Karen. Like, you see how this game is played? Mia is over here being ran like a ventriloquist by Rob the Builder and Giselle. They are now going to try their best to separate her from her only one friend on the cast, Karen. It's A plus B equals C, guys. I don't know how Mia doesn't see this. I don't know how Jacqueline doesn't see it, being an outsider looking in. It would be simple enough to say, hey, I don't think that the two green-eyed goblins are your friend. You may want to just take what they're saying with a grain of salt. But instead, Mia is lapping it up. Mia really wants to be part of that mix. Now, Mia has decided to twerk in front of Rob the Builder. And nobody else has a confessional where they say that they have looked very closely in between this girl's legs and saw that the girl had no like bumps or bruises from when she allegedly had cancer. No other person is talking about that, but Rob the Builder, she's looking. She's noticed that Mia doesn't have a bump from the cancer removal. Sorry. I told y'all this was a double. Don't blame me. I think this is the Patron. Don't blame me. Blame the Patron. The girls decide to take a picture and they pull some dude where they feel comfortable enough actually rubbing on the guy. Rob, I don't think he has the right part. Rob the Builder, I don't think he has the right parts for you. Did you notice the photos that Mia shown last episode with Peter and girlfriend was the time Peter was married to Cynthia? Please do a deep dive. Oh, you think that the girlfriend in question was Cynthia? She says she's known Peter for years. So I don't know this, but Fatima Kid, definitely DM me any information you have to make it make sense now on Instagram. And, you know, I'm not above a deep dive, but I don't think it was Cynthia. That would be something if the girl that she snaked was Cynthia. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that, Fatima kid. Nitra D says, Mims, do you think Bravo fired Mia and she's just saying she quit? Do you think Andy will confront Rob about her aggression? I don't think that Mia is on the chopping block, to be honest with you. I definitely think that she loves to get online and kind of play with us to try to get her Google hits up, to try to get her Twitter searches up. Because she left her Twitter and came back the very next day. She likes the attention. Do I think Andy will confront Rob? Maybe at the reunion. Maybe if enough of us raise enough noise, Andy will have to. Do I think he wants to confront Rob the Builder? No. I definitely think that he is fine with everything that Giselle and Rob the Builder do. Thank you so much, Nitra D, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Lord, Robert was doing too much, touching on that boy. Now, y'all, this boy, I think if you really paid attention, I think that this boy's boyfriend was in the back mad, saying, girl, you're doing too much. You touching my man. Like, I think that the boyfriend was in the back. They were rubbing on this young gay man. But I definitely think that was his boyfriend in the back. I picked up on that. I was like, am I the only one that saw that? He was not impressed with anything that they were throwing at that boy. Thank you so much, Autumn in LA, for the super chat. We move on because I don't want to even mention Giselle twerking. The rest of the girls leave Wendy, but okay, y'all. Assault has been a big topic of discussion on here. And I just want to say, Ashley putting her head on Wendy's titty was that was not warranted. Why would you feel comfortable enough to really just be touching this woman? Wendy has never suggested that she was interested in you at all, but you over here touching her. If we got to keep our hands, you're acting like Michael Darby. You're acting just like Michael Darby, Ashley. If one has to keep their hands to themselves, everybody got to keep their hands to themselves. Why they did on the beach is, okay, uncomfortable. Yikes. I think that anytime that you touch somebody without their permission, or it's uncomfortable. Thank you so much, Judgy, for the super sticker or the super chat. I appreciate that. We haven't even gotten on Giselle yet. We will be getting on Giselle in a minute. We'll definitely be getting on Giselle in a minute. Guys, we got over 600 in the chat. So I think we could get to 400 likes. I don't know where we are on likes. Like I said, it's hard to do without being on my old computer, but definitely, guys, keep me posted where we are on likes. It helps my channel a lot. We get Trina, the baddest bitch. And I'm happy for Candace. Nobody really believed that Candace could pull off her singing career, but she has a whole album. She has a team behind her, and she's getting features from real artists like Trina. That says a lot in the industry. She was at the Soul Train Awards. I think she was at the Grammys. Candace is making her rounds, and she's making a name for herself, and nobody can take that from her. No matter what people say, what people think about her, nobody can take from her what she's doing in the music world. We got about 340 likes. Let's get those likes up to 400 people. I'd appreciate that. Not paid actors. Y'all are in this chat clowning. Definitely clowning. But the good thing is Candace decided to take Wendy with her because the rest of the girls really wanted Wendy to either go home or sit everything out. So it was good that Wendy, who's actually her friend, got to meet Trina and really big up Candace, because I don't think enough people do that. They always want to talk about their businesses, but when somebody, does a business of their own, they don't really care, and they really put it down every chance they get. Every chance that they get. So I was happy for that. When they get back to the house, Jacqueline and Mia decide that they are going to try and lecture the Grand Dame. Big one more thing. Whoever is on this girl's team is doing it. They released this. They are doing press releases. As soon as the episode was over, Candace dropped this. So kudos to Candace. This is how you release something in accordance and conjunction with the show that you are on. This is how it's supposed to work. Kudos. But Jacqueline, again, who are you? And Mia decide to lecture Karen. Now, Karen is great. They basically said that you have picked a side because you did not pick my side. Again, completely not acknowledging anything that they did to anything that Mia did to Wendy. Everybody is supposed to just follow Mia with reckless abandon. So, guys, let me go ahead and drop the link. Now, we're not going to be doing no hour-long stuff, guys. So the link has been dropped. But again, we have to rotate the panel. There's a lot of people in here. And we can't do like two hours. Nope. But people can come up and, state the stuff that you thought was super important as quickly as possible. They wrong road. Definitely wrong road. You do not come for the grand dame. Karen is like literally the Matrix when it comes to this. She can like backtrack, backpedal, front pedal. She can do it all. And she does it with like grace and ease. So they thought they were going to trap her. And she basically just said, no, y'all are making me mad. Well, this ain't the best picture, but y'all know what I mean. Karen deserves her spot on this show because she is the show. Karen will not be trapped by the likes of Jacqueline and Mia. And she was 2 seconds from asking Jacqueline, who are you? 2 seconds. Now, this is what we got to talk about before I go to the callers. You have your crusty vagina on Ashley. Ashley looks traumatized. Again, for somebody who claims that somebody's husband made them uncomfortable, touch somebody else's butt, you decide to go full frontal on Ashley's leg. This is not okay. This is not okay, Giselle. This is considered assault. Anytime you touch somebody without their permission, it's assault. So I want you guys to remember this picture every time she says that Chris made her uncomfortable. Because you can also be a female and make another, you can also be female and make another female uncomfortable. Not crusty and dry. Okay, so guys, we're doing the rotating panel. So I'm about to start taking calls. If you're the caller, make sure you got your points ready, your punchlines, because we're getting to this. Everybody gets a chance to read them on this show. What's up, all the smoke?
What's up, Mims? Long time no see.
No see, buddy. So where are you at with this episode?
I mean, I'm over, masculine behind Robyn, messy crater face, Bigfoot, Shrek having Mia, and line first lady, can't dress, can't wear a wig, can't keep a man, Giselle. I'm over these heifers. They can go straight to hell as far as I'm concerned because they're making no sense. Like, honestly, the show is no longer fun to watch because of them.
I'm with you on that. It goes too deep. It makes you angry.
It's kind of just like it's too much. Even I love this episode when Ashley and Candace were able to put their differences aside for a friend. Like that was that's actual reality I'm interested in because it's like friends fall out here and there, but like to come together for something because they both like when Ashley and Candace agree on the same thing. I was like, now this is a duo I would pay to see give Giselle and Robyn hell. Literally, I'll be here for it.
I really feel like they are more alike than they are different.
Agreed.
And if they had come onto the show and decided to be friends, they could have taken down everybody. But it got lost in translation. I will say, although I understand where Candace was coming from with Michael and all of the SA that he did on the show, it would be hard for me to be somebody. I'm just Ashley right now. It would be hard for me to be somebody's wife hear you saying that and decide that you see it for me. Like, okay, we're going to be friends despite the fact that you are actively trying to take down my husband. And that's just me being fair. I don't like Applehead, but
Not Applehead. We call her Bobblehead, bulbous head.
Candace led the charge. Now, where I can't see it for Applehead is the fact that Giselle also led the charge. So how do you forgive her? If you can forgive her, you can forgive Candace. You must be scared of Giselle where you're not scared of Candace.
She's scared of Giselle because she says because Giselle knows where some of her skeletons are buried, which is unfortunate. And actually, I have to take back what I said about Robyn. We're not going to call Robyn Mask. We're just going to call her Agatha Trunchbull because that's the vibes and that's the energy that she gives and how she kind of presents herself. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Very, very much Agatha Trunchbull. Like, I can see her swinging a little girl with braids over a fence into a field of lilies.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much, All the Smoke.
You know me. I had to come back with a bang. It's been a while since I've been on your platform, so I had to come ready and stay ready.
It has been a while. Did you know how Robyn and Juan get down? Had you seen this picture?
Oh yeah, I believe Robyn licks his gooch too.
Okay, gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, All the Smoke. All the Smoke does not. He does not play. What's up, Judgy?
Hey, so I want to get this over with real quick because unlike more than half of this cast, I actually have a husband that sleeps with me. So I'm gonna get to him in a moment. But real quick, Robyn, I don't know why you're pretending like you were talking to Dixon this morning when you know good darn and well that he's not with his other woman in Towson. He has a many of girlfriends that he keeps. And you are not the color. And the reason why you don't like the color Wendy is because that's not the woman that he likes. I mean, that's the woman he likes. He doesn't like women your color. If you look at the pictures back in the day, he was booed up with Gabrielle Union. That's the women that he likes. That's where your hatred comes from.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you go back through and you see the pictures of his then people that he was hanging with, it was Gabrielle Union. He had a girlfriend before he, went back with Robyn or something. It was this woman who was brown skinned. He likes people that look like Wendy, honey. That's why you mad. That's why you don't like Wendy. Because that's his persuasion. Anywho, I don't know what in the world of this sorority hazing that they're trying to do on the show, but it's not cool. And I don't understand where the lie that Wendy said. Wendy didn't lie. Mia out of her own mouth last season said that she'd be drinking champagne, watching her husband lick another woman's cooch in front of her. So what it is to add another 3, 4, 5 people, some ding-a-ling, ain't nothing to add. Because you said it out your own mouth. What we know about you, Wendy, is from what you said. So what you're saying to us now, the real story is he came to that fried chicken stripper club that was in the Costco parking lot in North Carolina, picked you up in your dusty heels and brought you to Miami to then not even bring you to a hotel, but bang you on a dirty beach towel in front of strangers.
Probably at Hollover, the nude beach.
And you're like, yeah, people were watching. No, people were trying to see what you were doing, bouncing up and down on a whale. That's what they were trying to figure out. What in the world is she doing over there? And overall, it's kind of sad because, like, even though we feel like, oh, there's teams and stuff, overall, it's everybody for themselves on this show. Because everybody knows that once this show is over, they ain't got no checks coming in. Giselle ain't got no bags. Ain't nobody checking in for Shady Podcast. Robyn's hats, people been selling them hats for years, baby, before you even got into the game. And you still trying to promote some goddamn moo designs. Like, nobody wants that on their head. Oh, and lastly, Ashley, I need you to go ahead and get a job. I know you're trying to do that little, talent on like Fox Friends and stuff. But baby, you need to go ahead and put that bachelor's to work. Because one thing I could tell you about what's his name? Darby, he will make sure you're tied up in courts. You ain't seeing Ashley.
You know Ashley has a business, right?
What is her business? Is it that yoga thing?
Yeah, if you notice, every chance she gets, she's wearing yoga wear. That is her business. So I call her Applehead Ashley, but I think the woman is beautiful. That's just me being shady. Applehead actually
that's better than
was smart enough not to put it on the show. That way she doesn't have to share any of her profits with Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
So she is promoting her stuff consistently on the show. Every chance you get, she's doing yoga, and then her yoga stuff that she sells, but she's not giving Bravo a check from it.
I think that she should have. I know it's smart to not do it that way, just in case it catches off. But also, when you're starting off so small, sometimes people don't see the correlation. Like, I wouldn't have never known that because I know she does yoga, but I wouldn't have thought to like really go to her page and check out to see what this yoga stuff is about. You know?
I mean, I don't do yoga. I'd probably be farting on the mat.
But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you,
I'm about to go
Judgy.
to my man, Robyn. I know you can't say that, boo, but there's some bitch out there that would love you. Bye.
Bye, Judgy. Y'all are going in tonight. Only one Adrian says Gizzard and Robert are a bunch of tacky, over the hill, premenopausal colorists that peaked in undergrad. Thank you so much for the super chat. Only one Adrian. She said it, not me. I get in trouble. I be getting in trouble when I say the wrong thing about Rob the Builder. Okay, y'all. What's up, Colby?
Hello. It's just, I mean, some of the comments is just, but I'm amazed at some of the responses that I'm hearing. But what I'm saying right now is that I'm really nervous because I'm just like, I can't believe this. I'm like at a loss for words. Okay, but
I haven't seen the comments are moving too fast for me. We got about almost 750 in here. Guys, let's get to 500 likes. So 500 seems like a good number. We got about 750 in here. Where are you at, Colby? I don't know what the comments are saying.
Well, I'm saying that Mia was wrong for throwing the glass. I mean, the drink at her, but it didn't hit her. And another thing is, this is something that happens all the time. Tamara threw a drink in, I guess the girl's name, Jenny or whatever's face. You remember, I think it was Lisa who connected, threw a glass of water in Quad's face, and she was dripping. So this happens. But what happened was because Quad was coming for her husband, and which is the same thing that happened this time. Mia was talking about her husband. Now, you can't call people's husbands gay in a room full of people and expect the wife not to respond and retaliate. I'm sorry. So
let me tell you about swingers. Even though I'm a virgin, I know what a swinger is. When you say you bring men and women into your bed, it doesn't mean
she didn't say men. She said women. Don't add.
She said men. She said men and women. You bring men and women into your bed. She could just be saying that they're swingers, and it's not a far. It's not.
That's a lie, though. Okay, but here's the thing, Mims. When someone made a rumor about her husband, first of all, Wendy just made up that rumor on the spot because she was angry. The difference was when Giselle started the rumor about Wendy's husband. It was something that had been published. It was something that was online that everyone could read. So she was.
It was from All About the Tea, Colby. Okay, that's not published.
She was spreading a rumor of something that was already rumored about. It didn't come from her. Wendy made up a rumor right there on the spot and said that G sleeps with men, and she also said that Mia slept with Peter.
Is that any better? Just because a rumor is already out there and you choose to bring it to the show, is that any better?
You can't say Giselle is trying to break up black families and my family and my husband and this and that last year, and you're coming for G. Attack Mia. Don't attack her husband, because you put her in a situation that some people react violently when you attack their family.
But Wendy did not say that until after Mia threw the drink on her.
No, Wendy said it before, and Wendy started it from the beginning.
No, what she said before was... Let's go back, Colby. What she said before was, I don't do what you and your husband do, because she was saying that a man had beef with her. Let's be very specific.
And she turned Mia was talking about business, and Wendy turned it into something personal.
She just said, I don't do what you and your husband do.
And she was intimating that they are freaky and that she was conservative, and that she tried to turn Mia's question about business, and she flipped it and turned Mia's reputation or her stripper or whatever into, I don't do what you and your husband do. So she antagonized her.
She could be saying, I don't sleep with married men on the beach. I don't do what you and your husband do. It could be a lot of things that Mia has put out there. Hit dog hollered, and that's why Mia decided to shut her up.
I just think that, people like Wendy and Candace, both of them have been hit with persons on TV. Okay. Candace was hit by a purse. Wendy was hit by a purse. Candace was beat up. Wendy got a drink thrown in her face. You can't run your mouth to everybody and expect hands not to be in your face. Not everybody can take it. That's all I'm saying. And this is another thing I want to say.
Mia was the antagonist in this situation. She started talking and she would not let go of this dog with a bone that she had.
No, she didn't. Okay, so let me explain where Wendy started it. When all Mia was saying was that she should call Peter. Wendy started it by saying, you started something with Sharice. You were talking about Sharice in the car, blah, blah, blah. And then so Mia explained and straight up said, yeah, I did say that about Sharice, straight up. She basically said what she said. So Wendy tried to start something there, and that fell flat. Then she started saying stuff about G and just talking about you sleep with your husband and all this sort of stuff. That was just nasty and inappropriate. And another thing, she threatened Mia multiple times. She said she would beat her up. She said she would go to her room at 3 a.m. in the morning and forget her professorship and beat her up. That's something that she said to Giselle last.
As she should. After this woman hit her with the purse, she has every right to hit this woman back. I'm sorry. After she hit that woman with the purse and threw a drink on her, she has every right to retaliate.
Well, okay. I don't know many professors that go around calling people bees and hoes and say you'll beat people in the night at 3 a.m. She's triggered. And
I know some professors that twerk on the table.
Yeah, and they're not looked upon very highly. My only thing is, Wendy, don't try to turn this into colorism and this and that and all these political issues. She's using her 4 degrees to manipulate people. She got there the first season, nobody liked her. The second season, nobody likes Giselle. So let me attack Giselle and start a fight with Giselle the whole season. She did the whole season and expects to come back and be friends with Giselle the next season. So now you're saying it's colorism, man. And
not
this
friends,
and it's at the end of the day. And I'm like, why is it colorism? She called her ferocious. Well, that's an animal. You only say that when you're talking to animals. But what about when someone calls somebody a bird? That's an animal. What about somebody calls somebody catty? That's an animal. Somebody's a bee. That's an animal. So a hood rat. That's an animal. So it's just like you're saying you're a colorist because you said I'm ferocious, and that means I'm an animal. So that
Colby,
I'm just like, oh my god.
Colby, like, I would ask you how much Giselle paid you, but she's broke. So I know you're not on her payroll.
Woman King Energy Wendy was straight up about to get violent herself. So
she can get violent after you put your hands on me. You have opened the door for me to whip your ass in any which way I see. And the more that Robyn antagonized that woman with that phone in her face, only recording her, and Giselle making snide comments under her breath, and them apologizing in real time for what Mia did, that's all disgusting. If you can't see any of that, Colby,
no, all I'm saying is Ashley didn't see it because she's used to her man being called names and being accused of her man sleeping with other men at the table. So I understand why she didn't see that as a problem. But my only thing is that Wendy should acknowledge, okay, I made up those rumors about that man. I shouldn't have said that about G. He didn't say nothing to me. That was her. I should have attacked her directly because she don't want nobody attacking her husband. Can we be fair?
I think G is a dirty old man. I don't know any 70-year-olds who are lifting their legs up to shave their balls like he does. Because we know that Jacqueline used his ball shaver to shave her face, or at least shave her chin, or whatever part of her face she would say shaving. Colby, I gotta rotate this panel.
Okay,
I wanted to put this super chat up while you were here because you do have some people who support what you're saying. Biracial Bubblegum TV is one of them. She says, yes, Colby. Thank you, Biracial Bubblegum TV, for the super chat. I appreciate that. And Colby, I will see you next time.
For sure. And
when you light my chat up again.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say lastly, everyone was saying that Ashley and Karen were colorists for the last 3 weeks. They jumped up to Wendy's defense just like that. They left Giselle and Robyn and me in the dust. And y'all were calling them colorists. Y'all can't be throwing out comments like that about people. I mean, people have businesses, they have families, and people just make these comments just because they don't like someone. Okay, let me just go ahead and go. I'm out.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you said that. I was supposed to be having a panel on colorism this week, but my panelists, we couldn't seem to get the dates right. So I have 2 really cool people, Nikki Star TV and the Brooke Ashley, who are going to do this with me. And then maybe another super big YouTuber. I might be able to get her the week after. So I don't think I'm going to be doing it this week, but the week after that, I should be doing that panel on colorism. And if we have time, I'll let some of my subscribers come up and share their thoughts, and Kobe will definitely be one of them. So
awesome.
Thanks, Kobe.
I did DM you.
I got to check. It's been a crazy week.
All right, later.
All right. Thanks, Kobe. Obi says, I love your channel. Haven't watched. Time difference. Keep doing you. Mia told on herself last season they're swingers, and I'm sure they've swung with Peter and his then girlfriend. I would not be surprised if they had Shorty swing my way, Peter's way a couple times. Thank you so much for the super chat, Obi. I really do appreciate that. To the content guy, you're up.
What's going on?
Hey.
So I'm not sure what episode Kobe was watching because I'm like,
oh no.
Wendy
somebody else said the same thing. Bye, Kobe. Thank you so much, BK, for the super chat.
Wendy didn't start going in on Mia until after the drink was thrown on her. She didn't say anything about it. All she did was say, me and my husband don't do what you and your husband do. That
could be a lot of stuff.
And then you got the drink thrown on you. So if a drink gets thrown on me, if I'm not going to fight you, then I'm going to hit you where it hurts. So Wendy hit her where it hurts. She started talking mess about her. She has the right to do that. You got a drink thrown on her. I don't understand what the issue is. You get something thrown on you, you've been violated, they assaulted you. You had the right to do whatever you want to do now. If she wanted to turn bar one into bar close, she had every right to do that. It's simple as that.
I think the tax man is going to turn that into bar close.
Well, that's been happening. That's happening down here in Baltimore. I don't get why Sharice Musty Bulldog self is on the show. She says 2 words. Every episode, she says 2 words. Roberto is a broke loser. That young man was scared of that muscular, flat-chested gentleman touching on him like that. He was terrified. His boyfriend did not want to fight because he knew he would have got beat up. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the wrinkled loser Giselle. I'm sick of the big Amazon hawk loser Mia. I'm sick of it. Who are you to tell me that I can't stay in a house that you're not paying for? You can't even pay for the house that you live in currently. And then you want to tell me I can't stay in a house that you didn't pay for? And I agree with Candace. Close that door. We ain't talking to her. Close that door. And surprisingly, I'm actually liking Candace this season. I was not the biggest Candace fan for the longest time. And so I'm liking the team. Was it Team Wendy, Candace, Ashley sometimes, and Karen versus the losers. So I think, I gotta say, like I said, I was nervous with Potomac. I was like, it's gonna be a good season, a bad season. But we 8 episodes in, and they got us tuned in like we was tuned into Beverly Hills.
I mean, I hope that they break 1 million. To be honest with you, I give this cast a hard time, but I'm invested in the show.
Yes.
I don't dislike any of them. I'm putting together my Giselle and my Robyn videos. I told you I was going to do a Giselle video called Beautiful Nightmare, where I expose everything she did all the way from season 1. That video is still in the works. It's coming, trust me. I root for all these ladies, especially the ones that need the money, like Giselle and Robyn.
I don't root for Robyn. I want Roberto gone off the show. He doesn't bring anything to the cast other than bad fashions and a rough exterior. Everything else about him can go. He can go.
Oh my God.
I can see why you want Robert to stay on the show, because Juan is probably going to lose his job. So I can understand why she would need to stay on the show. But I mean, what are you bringing to the show other than, like, the show has gone downhill? Like, what happened to the good days where the shade was light, but it was still a fun show to watch? Now it's a show where everybody gets heated, everybody gets upset, and you just want to jump through the TV screen and start fighting people. Like,
it's up the ante every season. I get it.
Yeah, and I don't understand. And my last thing, I don't understand this whole Karen should have diffused the situation. Well, y'all didn't do anything. You pulled your phone out.
You antagonized. You were the definition of antagonistic.
Yeah, and you wanted Karen, a 59-year-old woman, to stop the Jolly Green Hawk and Wendy from fighting each other? No.
Not Karen, a 59-year-old woman. Thank you so much, Q, the content guy.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Biracial Bubblegum TV says Mr. Wendy tried to body check security and accidentally hit Karen. She didn't even say sorry to Karen. So it seems like Biracial Bubblegum TV is not a Wendy fan. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Q, the content guy. I will see you next time because I know you saw scenes from the next where Ashley said where she set her up.
I gotta say, I get all my cussing out on my review, so when I come on here, I can keep it clean and make sure that I don't say the wrong words, so you can get monetized.
Thank you. I appreciate that because they will rip my monetization. We got about 800, or we have over 800 in the chat. Like Shan says, let's get to 500 likes. That's an easy one. Thank you so much, Q. Right. Appreciate it. What's up, Corey?
Sup?
What's going on? Where are you at with this episode?
I want all these chicken heads to go. Clean house. Yes. Clean house. Get some chicks with some real dough. Okay. Some real rich women so we can see how real rich women do it in the DMV. Can we do that?
I thought we saw how real rich women.
No.
We saw Giselle's house.
No, we saw how wannabe first ladies who husband have the whole congregation do it. Okay.
So you saying she spent the congregation money on the West Wing?
Probably. I want some shot callers. I want some real boss women. I don't want this, Giselle. I don't know where you got that from. You so messy. You so messy. And Ashley behind is a hypocrite. She the biggest hypocrite there is with the biggest 5 head in the world with no hairline. She need to get some Kenya Moore hair care. Get it together. Get them edges together. I want her to stop trying to get some camera time because that's what she doing. She getting camera time because she know Michael Gray have her tied up in the court system. She know that. She knows she not getting anything.
I want to say this before you move on. I was having this conversation with somebody, and I want to be realistic about Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley has been smart with her money from the very beginning. You can clearly see she doesn't spend it on clothes, fashions, hair care, anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has consistently been on this show, and her salary has been upped each time. Mm-hmm. Each season, she gets more and more money. All we know about Michael was that he is worth $20 million, but that doesn't mean that he has that in liquid assets, right?
Uh-huh.
She can't touch anything that he had prior to them getting married. So in the time frame that they have been married, she has consistently made more and more money. So she might be to a point where their money almost evens out. If she's making like $500,000 to $800,000 from this show every season, and Michael is only bringing that in, then she won't get too much other than her child support because they are at the same level. Similar to what happened to Quad. Quad thought that she was made in the shade, but at the end of it, Quad made more money than her husband, and that's how her husband was able to file child for spousal support.
I doubt that her and Michael are even Steven at this point.
Michael couldn't even afford to keep at that hotel that he was part owner. I'm just saying that it's not a far stretch to hear somebody who works in Michael's business make $500,000 to $800,000. That is a great salary for anybody to make. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying that is necessarily the case, but I would not be surprised if she's making similar or close to what Michael is making.
If you say
she has her own business.
Okay. If you say so. She wasn't a true gold digger where you can have things that appreciate that when he stopped paying her mortgage, because he will, she could hawk so she could pay her mortgage. There's like no jewelry to speak of. There's no Hermes. There's no Chanel she can fall back on.
You could be a Fashion Nova brand ambassador.
Really? Rainbow for the senior set for the over 40 and up? No, she's not. She doesn't have anything like that will appreciate. She didn't get any art from him. She didn't get any tangibles that if she needs to, she can auction off.
Yeah, no, I don't see her. I mean, which is why she's still holding on to Michael, I think.
Exactly.
Because she knows that she's not going to get what she thought.
And that's why he got fixed. So she can't pop out another one so she can get on the child support train. Okay. He knows her game. That's why he got fixed without her knowing. That's why. And Ashley just want more camera time so she can get a bigger salary next season. Okay. I think all of them are just tired and dusty. I want Charisse to go back to her townhome and sit down with her sliding eyelashes. I just want her to go sit down. Why is she here? What is she doing?
Why is she here, Ike? Why is she here?
I mean, and then Wendy is just, she's not likable. She's not a likable person. I just want her.
I like Wendy.
Okay. You like her, why?
Anytime that people consistently tell you you're insecure, and you can stand on your own and go up against a full table of women gaslighting you and still hold your own and hold your composure, that is worth my respect. So I like Wendy.
That's what's called being a real woman is.
No, but not everybody is a real woman.
That's what I'm saying.
So okay, that's why I have respect for her.
I don't have respect for Wendy because I just don't. She rubs me the wrong way. I just don't like her. Period.
Hold on really quick. It says Cindy St. Florent says, I love the way Candace stood up for Wendy. So nice to see. Also love the bonding moment in the Trina scene. Thank you so much, Cindy. I like that too. It's anytime that one person is picked out, it feels like bullying. So they were fine with leaving her in the hotel and calling on her only when they were allowed to. So I'm glad that she went with Candace. I'm glad that she got to meet a real celebrity and shoot that scene. And at least she's bringing us fashion where the other girls are not.
Wendy is bringing nothing but labels thrown haplessly together. Okay,
I thought her Versace outfit was nice.
No, that's not fashion. That's not fashion.
I thought her Versace outfit.
That's
compared to Giselle, compared to Robyn. That's fashion.
No one on the show gives fashion. I'm sorry, no one.
She carries her Birkins. Nobody else on the cast does that. She is one of the few people who on that cast who actually has a job outside the show, and a professorship is nothing to scoff at. And nor is, even if she does lose John Hopkins, she could go to Howard tomorrow. Her husband being an attorney, these are working people who have made something of themselves. And I hate when people like Giselle or Ashley or Mia look down on that. When Mia has a vanity title, Every Hue only lasted one season, and Rob the Builder then tried to work construction, buy 18-wheelers. Now she's touching on men. So kudos to Wendy. But I gotta revolve this panel out.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this.
Thanks, Cindy.
I'm not negative. This is just my opinion. If I don't like the chicks, I don't like the chicks. And that's you spell fair. My name Corri. Get it right if you're gonna be shady backstage. Okay.
Wait, I don't even know what's happening.
So get it right if you're gonna be shady. Okay, get it right. This is just my feelings. You're entitled.
You're free to have your opinion on this channel. You're definitely free.
And I have it on my channel as well. So come join us over at lonelylane.com. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I love you, big brother. You keep doing what you're doing. I love everything you do.
Thank you. Okay? I appreciate that, Corey.
All right.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Fatima Kid says Michael's in the Bahamas right now hiding his money and assets. Ashley ain't that smart. And probably with some Bahamian boy. Allegedly. I'm sorry. Let me put my banner up. Allegedly. Thank you, Fatima, for the super chat. I appreciate it. And thank you, Cindy St. Florent, for the super chat as well. Lovely Mo, you're up. You're muted.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good. Somebody's callers are angry.
I mean, this show gets people hot. I'm not gonna lie. I was hot last week. Where are you at on the episode, Lovely Mo?
Oh God, so many things. So okay, I think it's super weird that Giselle keeps doing this young boy thing. Ooh, he's a young boy. It's very creepy. Um, I don't, it's just every time, like last
As creepy as
episode she
this.
did it. Yeah, and then this episode, and I didn't see Juan's roommate touch that boy. I think I was looking away from my TV from that at that moment when she was on the beach and she touched the guy. Yeah, I didn't see that part, so maybe I was looking away. But and then Judgy Justice was right. Juan did date Gabrielle Union in 2004 or 2005. It was right before he married Juan's roommate.
It
So
took me a
yeah.
minute to get what you were saying. Okay, Rob the Builder is Juan's roommate.
Yes, Juan's
Okay.
roommate. That's all I'm gonna address her as. And she's just doing incredibly too much. Like she really just does not like Wendy to where she can't even justify why Wendy will be angry that Mia hit her. It's like she literally hit her with a person, threw a drink at her. Who would not be angry? And
I'm with
Mia
you.
without makeup was very terrifying. It scared me and my dog. I was scared.
Did it
That
upset
and
you and your
like,
homegirl? It's
yes, my dog
upsetting
was
me
like,
and
"Oh
my
my
homegirl.
God." Like, and those lips, like, I mean, like, I'm a black woman. I have great lips, but like we look fine with lipstick. Those fake lips are terrifying. I don't know what doctor did it. I don't know if it's like a filler, but she needs to take that out. And then did you see when she opened the van? Because Ashley didn't even know she was coming. She just opened Ashley's door. If someone would open my door like that, I would be swinging. Okay, like that was
I think what
crazy.
it is people like that are so accustomed. So what bothers me is when people come into money or come into prominence and they forget where they came from.
Right,
The way that we see her interacting with Jacqueline is probably how she interacts with most of the people in her life who don't have the wealth like G. So
right,
she doesn't mind belittling Jacqueline, telling the audience that her best friend was shaving her face with the same razor that her man shaves his balls with.
oh my
Again,
God.
seeing a 70-year-old man cock his legs open with the mirror to shave his balls, something just feels weird about that. Anyway, I don't like, why would you need to at 70? But anyway, that's probably how she treats people. You know what
Right.
I'm
And then also Mia is a former addict. So I just don't like how she brings her mom on the show and talks about her being a former addict, but omits herself being an addict.
You
Yeah, if
think
you
that
look
she was
up
a
Mia, she was on like a news channel and she was brought up a story about
Oh
how she was a
yes.
recovering addict. So
Yes.
and
I
then
think
she
that she
just
said it was
outed.
from prescription drugs though, right? Not like street
I don't
drugs.
remember. But either way, it's just very strange how she just only talks about her mother being an addict. And Jacqueline's, I don't know, there's like a YouTuber that's Jacqueline's niece or something that was talking about Mia. And then Mia brought up that, oh, she's a former addict. So
Oh
it's like
wow.
she brought up that she was an addict. So I'm like, it's just hypocritical. Oh
Definitely.
my
I
God,
remember
that
that.
before and
I remember
after.
that. She was actually promoting the joint chiropractic when she
Right.
talked about her issues with drugs in the past and how the joint chiropractic brought her out of dependency on drugs. I remember it now.
Right. And then she also acts like her mom, it just got off the pipe like 2 years ago. Her mom has been sober for 20 years, I believe, or something like that.
Not just got off the pipe.
Yes, that's how she acts. I can't stand her. I can't stand her fake voice, her creepy husband. She's just very strange. And I just don't want her on next season.
That's
And those
well,
lips, take that
that
filler
is a good
out.
point. She definitely, I've always felt like what she did to her mom and the way that she purposely tried to embarrass her mom. Now we see that she did it with Jacqueline when Jacqueline's mom brought her in as a foster child.
Right.
I think that Mia is only out for self. Flat stop.
Yeah.
Period. Dot. She's only gonna ever be out for self. And it's sad to see
is
because
sad.
when you are a foster child and you have come into your own, there's so many things that you could do to give back. But everything that she does is just to build herself up, which really just means that all of the wealth that she's been able to accumulate while with G still doesn't fulfill her. She's
Right.
needing outward fulfillment, which is why she expects people to praise her, which is why she has people like Jacqueline around her who are willing to do that. But lovely Mo, I got to rotate this panel out. I really enjoyed this conversation and your insight.
All
and
right,
your
bye.
reads.
And then Mia needs to go to Jocelyn's cabaret with that energy. All right, bye.
Would she make any money though?
Ugh, I don't think so. Remember, she was
That
in
twerk
ball
was
gowns only and serving drinks. Remember,
that
she
twerk
wasn't a
was in need
stripper.
of some help. I'm just saying. The twerk
Yeah.
was in need of some help.
And then how Juan's roommate was like, I didn't see any lumps on her butt. Like, why are you looking, Juan's roommate? Mm-mm.
She was tantalized. That's the word of the night. Tantalized. Bye, Mo.
All right, bye.
Bye, lovely. See you next week.
All right, bye.
What's up, Denise?
Hey, ma'ams. Good night.
Hey.
You know, two things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how they can, in all honesty, blame Karen for not diffusing a situation that she had no part of.
Okay, yeah.
I don't get it. It's delusional. It's out of this world. I cannot take 1 + 1 = 3 in this situation because that's what it's giving. Also about
hold on,
Wendy.
Denise, do you put anything past the Green-Eyed Goblins?
I really wanted to. I think
Giselle, Robyn.
Robyn sort of catfished us in the beginning of the season with the sort of brand new attitude, which wasn't a brand new attitude. She was just, I don't know what she was doing, but whatever. She catfished me. I was trying to like her, and then she's back in the back again, all the way in the back with Giselle. She's acting super miserable. And the only other time we have seen Robyn act so miserable was when she and Juan wasn't getting along. So I'm wondering what's going on there, Robert. Okay, this thing about Wendy and people not liking Wendy giving off the wrong energy.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy gives off the energy of a strong, confident Black woman who's had to fight through major obstacles, be it personal or environmentally, to get where she is and to have achieved what she's achieved. She walks around with her pride in her accomplishments, and those are her accomplishments, and she should feel proud. If that rubs you as a viewer or as a castmate the wrong way, then that says something about you and how you view yourself and your accomplishments or lack of accomplishments. I love Wendy. In her first season, I was very iffy about her, but I didn't write her off. I said, give her a chance. Let me see where she's going to go or how she's going to operate. Wendy has stood in her truth since day one. She has not flipped or flopped with her feelings and how things should go and how she views things and how her views are. Whereas we can say the same for the people like Mia. Mia lies all the time, for God's sake. She lies about everything. If she can lie about it, she's going to lie about it. Point blank. Giselle doesn't know what she's saying half the time, and Robyn is always self-serving. Wendy has been steadfast. Plain and simple.
They really wanted her to fall into this "you're insecure" thing.
Yes, and she's not bending to it. She's not bending to it. And it really irks them that they cannot break her. It really bothers them the way they're hating on her and the way they're trying to ice her out of the show. And it saddens me that she, a woman of her stature and of her caliber, has to find herself in a shouting match with the likes of Mia, who was an escort for years. Where are Mia's degrees? The only thing Mia has to show is that she married a man 20 years her senior. That's it. And the 2 protruding lips and the discolored and disfigured face she has. Those are the only things she has to show. She has some beautiful kids, I grant her that. But she doesn't have anything, not even half of what Wendy has, for her to even be this mad at Wendy. At this point, these women need to start giving Wendy her props and recognizing Wendy for who or what she is and what she brings to the
Denise, are you
table.
done reading? Can I come back?
Yeah, you can come.
Oh, okay.
You know, they need to not. Candice is smart, but sometimes Candice's words and actions do get her in trouble. That much I can say. And when people are talking about, oh, Wendy said about Mia's husband, Wendy didn't just say anything about Mia's husband. Wendy repeated what exactly Mia said last season while they were at that place where she threw that lettuce at Candice. I don't remember where the heck they were, but she spoke about it. They didn't show us everything that Mia said to the group of people that were standing around. She was talking to her at the time. We only saw that one snippet when she said, "Oh, her and G has fun times with fun people." That's all we saw. We don't know what else they cut out of that conversation. And the way Mia got mad at Wendy for even suggesting or even talking about her and her husband in that light when it came out of her mouth. It it I don't understand. If you said it, own it. But we all know Mia has an issue with owning her words and her actions. So it
I
shouldn't have
truly
been
think
a
she forgets the
surprise.
stuff that she says. Honestly, I think that she really does say things and forgets what she
Yeah,
said
but
and how she said it.
if she's gonna be forgetting stuff like that, this is not the show for her because the
It
producers
worked
and the
for
audience, they're always gonna hold you accountable. We're always gonna remember. We're never gonna forget.
for
We're never.
Sheree. Sheree was the
Cherie,
bone collector who couldn't even keep track of her own bones.
I don't know. I want to know what her story is gonna be come next year with Martel, or maybe that's gonna fizzle out even before. I don't know. That's gonna be a train wreck for sure. Charisse,
Sheree,
when they took that photo
Sheree,
on the beach, they should have put
Sheree has
Charisse
a
in the
lot
back.
of commonalities with Robin, and I'll just
Who?
leave that. Sheree. Hold on, I gotta get to the super chat. Cindy Saint Florent says she lost me on the first episode when she says she renovated a home she's renting for $60K. Nothing she says hold weight. She's talking about Mia. Mia's home in Potomac is a rental, and she spent, I think she said like $10,000 to get it to her standards. So
I
yeah,
think
I
he was
don't
talking about the
believe that.
flooring. That doesn't even make sense. Like, what's the
None of
point?
none of it makes sense.
That's not your house. Why are you spending 60,000 on a house that you don't own? You're a businesswoman. You should have better investment sense than that. That doesn't
Well,
make
she had a
sense.
vanity title
Well,
and she was
that
getting a
too.
salary of $400,000. So when you have money to burn and then you have extra money from the show and you think that that's all going to just keep accumulating, and now reality has slapped her on the ass and she
Big
is
time where she has that lump, supposed lump.
okay, Denise. It was really good. I got to rotate this panel
Okay,
out. Thank you so much for
bye-bye.
coming up.
Have
Hopefully
a
you
good
come
night.
back next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Cindy, for the super chat. Sebastian, hold on one second, sir. I just got to get this super chat.
No problem.
Cat Kitty 8600 says you would think that Wendy tried to take Robin's man or Giselle's imaginary man with the way they hate on her so much. Well, I showed y'all at the beginning of the show. Wendy was right when she said, Giselle, you can't find a man, so you could just take your luggage on the trip. Giselle took her luggage to Porsha's wedding. That was her date for the night. Thank you so much, Kitty Cat 8600 for the super chat. I appreciate it. What's up, Sebastian?
Hey, Mims. Hey, chat. Today's going to be the day where you all drag me, but it's okay. I got to say
Oh,
what I
Lord.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to say this. Mia did start everything that erupted. Mia started it. We can all agree on that. Mia started it. But Wendy did not attempt to end it. And this is where the chaos is going to happen. Never in my right mind will I let a former hoe, the plant tool, a /heifer, /stripper, black / lady of the night,
Not a lady of the night.
get me out of character with my 4 degrees and in a happy marriage with kids. Never. Second of all, Mia is a very petty woman. Petty little girl, because she's not a woman. She's a little girl. She has a lot of insecurities that she still needs to like get fixed. She has a lot of insecurities. A little girl. I'm gonna say this, and this is where you're all gonna come for me.
Okay.
Ashley is the brightest of them all. Ashley is the brightest of them all. She recognized, and y'all called her colorist, y'all called her all this. She knows when there's a problem and who to be with. And then I know you're thinking about, what about the Monique and Candace situation? First of all, Ashley never wrote. Stop. Ashley never wrote a witness statement. Ashley wrote a character statement. She wrote a statement based on the behalf of her friend Monique Samuels. That's what Ashley did.
She wrote that statement the same reason that we're going to see what she does next week, where she kind of befriends Candace to get information so that at the best moment she can use it against her. Just like when she said all those things about Chris and said it doesn't feel good.
Listen, Ashley is playing reality TV. We all know Ashley's messy. Ashley has gotten in it with everyone on this cast, not just Candace. She has gotten in it with Karen. She has gotten in it with what's it called? The Neck.
All of them. She's actually gotten into it with every single
into
person
it
on the
with every
cast.
single one of these women. Every single season, she has a feud with one of these women.
Okay.
I'm shocked how she's not really getting in it with Wendy. She's actually being closer to Wendy this season.
Oh, wait, but let me ask you this. Are you saying that to say because she got into it with all of the women that she can't exhibit colorist?
Listen, this is where I'm gonna get dragged. Oh, this show does not show colorism to me. What it shows is favoritism. Giselle does not like Wendy ever since Wendy read her for filth last season, as she deserved to. Robyn does not like Wendy ever since Wendy stated facts about her marriage. Well, partnership. That's not a marriage. Partnership. Quote unquote partnership, because we don't know what's happening in that house. They have favorites. But I'm going to say this. I am no fan of Giselle or Robyn. They are messy. They are the Lisa Rinna Erica of this show. Okay? They like to spew lies. They like to concoct stories to make stuff up, to like stir the pot. Well, not actually stir the pot. Put the pot on.
Sebastian, but I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you. I'm sorry. I'm going to disagree with you in the sense that sometimes you can be colorist and it not be something that you are even aware of. It could be something that you do or say and not even be aware that you are exhibiting that. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm saying that they're showing favoritism because Mia never put Giselle in her place last season. Mia never came out and told Giselle that the reason why you're going through whatever you're going through right now is because it's God paying you back for all the ish that you've done. Mia never did that, which is why Giselle is leaning towards more Mia.
So hold on, really, really quickly. So,
and
I personally think
I don't like her.
I do think that there's some colorism on this show. And when you have situations like Mia can say 1,000,000 times that she's a boss, she's a CEO. They love that with her. If Wendy talks about her degrees, oh my God, why do we need to hear about that? So like, there is something to be said at the way that they treat the darker women on this show. I'm sorry. There is something to be said about that. I even going back to Giselle, when she was fighting with Monique at the very beginning, and she was like, you don't have a home, and Monique said she had 4. I really do think that Giselle was thinking, who is this woman to think that she has something over this? And she actually said that in one of her confessionals.
But we all know that Giselle likes to haze the new girls. We all know this. This is not something new. Giselle has
Yeah,
hated
but I
this.
think that
Giselle
I
has
think
hated
that
every one of these women when they're new in the show.
you're a bit younger than me, but there was a movie called School Days, and I think that Giselle is straight out of that movie. I'm sorry. Colorism exists. Sexism exists. All these things exist in the world. And even if it's not direct, or maybe we don't show it outwardly, I think internally there are some behaviors that I've seen on this show that reflect colorism. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to say this as well.
Uh-huh.
First of all, Giselle, we all know Giselle has a problem when she sees women, no matter what type of women they are, or no matter what hue they are, in a happy home, in a good marriage, have a good sense of income. We all saw that. We all seen this. She had. Oh, I said he. Oh God, she has dragged Monique, called her husband big boy, said her husband's baby is not his. Well, that I'm not even fully sure if that's true or not.
Called her house tacky of all things. Called this woman's house tacky. Hold on, I'm sorry. Before we go into this, I gotta do the super chat. Ali says, Wendy is no different than Ebony K. Williams. Both are confident and smart TV black women. The difference between the two is Wendy will rub people the wrong way for stating her accomplishments, while no one will say that about Ebony. Now, Ali, that's interesting that you say that, because Ebony got some flack on Housewives of New York when she said, I'm the most educated person at this table. Luann went off on her, and they really put her out of the house because she said she was the most educated. In all honesty, she is. Now, Luann professed to be a countess, and she was the most titled person. But when Ebony talked about being the most educated, I think she had a problem with that black woman saying that to her. Like, who is she to say that to her?
Ma'am. She had a
former countess
said to her in her house.
Thank you so much, Ali, for the super chat. What'd you say?
She has a problem with it being said in her house. You are not going to disrespect me in my house.
Yes, but the girl next to her, the Caucasian girl, Leah, was calling her a hoe. She said, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe. And she didn't get put out.
Leah needs to get dragged. Leah needed to get dragged too. I'm gonna call out. Luann was wrong.
Sebastian.
I agree with you on that. Luann was wrong. Luann was wrong in that situation. Luann should have dragged Leah as well for calling her a hoe. I agree with you on that. Maybe there was colorism in that. Maybe there was colorism in that. I'm gonna give you your points on that one.
Racism, because Luann is white. Really quick, Fifi says, read a book. I wrote one, said Dr. Wendy Osefo. Thank you so much for the super.
Listen, I'm not. I love.
Thank you so much, Ali, for your super chat as well.
I love Wendy. I've seen Wendy on a lot of TV networks doing her political commentating. She's been on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, the big top three. I'm giving Wendy 100 for using her words and not getting physical.
Okay.
But I will give her a C on, I'm not even getting, as she says, the professor doesn't grade on a curve. I'm a TA and I'm in college. Wendy, you messed up. But I understand when you're getting stuff thrown at you, at your face, a drink, a purse, you have a rage that comes onto you. And I understand that. I've been in moments where I've had a rage come on to me once, but I've never, ever tried to jeopardize what brings money to the table.
I think that in that moment, after she was hit, after she was embarrassed, after she had a drink thrown on her, what Wendy was doing was like, I'm going to take you as far as I can take you. You want to attack me? I'm going to make you look crazy. I would do the same thing, Sebastian.
She made her look crazy.
I'm a very nice person.
Listen,
but I will definitely drag you, and I won't even raise my voice to do it. That's exactly what Wendy did. And she did it while someone was filming her. She did it while Giselle was saying snide comments. She did it while her best friend kind of moved back and allowed this woman to continue, her best friend on the cast, Karen. while she allowed this woman to continuously attack her. Wendy in that moment was exactly who I would have been if I were a better person, because I would hit you back.
Okay, listen, I give that to Wendy for not going physical. I give that 100%. But one thing where she messed up, she should have always acknowledged that Giselle and Robyn were never her friends. They never liked her. They kikied with her, but they were never her friends.
Who was never
so
her
she
friend?
should not be. Giselle and Robyn, they were never
whose friend?
Wendy's friend. They were never Wendy's friend. They kikied with her and stuff, but they were never her friend. She should have always acknowledged that. Obviously, when she's saying you're gonna condone this, Robyn, you're gonna obviously she's not gonna like you, Wendy. You know this. You literally said that her luggage will be there.
Sebastian, you don't think that she was playing chess in that moment? She saw what she was doing. So when she said that to her, that's literally what she was doing. Oh, okay. You're going to record me? Oh, so you're condoning it. She then turned it around on Giselle. Oh, well, when Monique was fighting her, you weren't okay with that, but you're okay with this. This woman played chess in that moment while everybody else was playing checkers. Robyn and Giselle planned this.
I give Wendy her prompts.
Right.
But one thing I'm going to say is Monique warned her. These women have an issue when they see women have a marriage, have a successful career. Well, Monique didn't really have a successful career, have a successful stream of income coming in. And first of all, as I said, I would never let no former hoe / prostitute / heifer / sugar baby
allegedly /
escort allegedly get me out of character. No, you are not going to call me out on my money. First of all, I want to tell her straight up, my money that I'm probably going to give to Peter is clean money. How about yours? Is yours clean? Because one thing, it could have a lot of bodily fluids on it.
Okay. Now, thank you so much, Sebastian.
What? It could have had a lot of bodily fluids on it. I'm not lying.
I know, I hear you, but I gotta close out.
Bye, Kempire. I almost called you Kempire because I'm reading in the
chat.
I
love Kempire.
I love Kempire. Bye, man.
All right, have a good one, Sebastian. Bodily fluids. Oh my God. Bye. I got a couple more super chats to get to. Q the content guy says people have to stop acting so high and mighty and acting like Wendy was wrong after someone threw a drink on you, and also saying Wendy should have stopped. I agree. After you actually put your hands on me, you get physical with me, you throw a drink on me, all the gloves are off and we're gonna be fighting. Thank you so much, Q the content guy. Let's see. I had another super chat. Sorry guys, these comments moved really fast tonight. Doreen, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. That was the one from Q. Ali says, I'm talking about the reaction of the Black community to Ebony constantly talking about her accomplishments. It was crickets. Okay, I see what you mean. There is something, I'm telling you, I think there's a bit of colorism and we don't even see it. You know, how dare Wendy, this dark-skinned woman, always talk about her accomplishments and her degrees. I'm tired of hearing about it. But we definitely not exalted, but we lifted Ebony up for her being an attorney and a degreed professional. And, you know, she talked about it. So I see what you're saying, Ali. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Doreen says, Sebastian was able to see discrimination between white women and Black women, but refused to see colorism. So Sebastian is one of my faves. He is a young, you know, up and coming college student. And, you know, we're going to, you know, cut him a little slack and give him a little grace. But I see what you're saying, Doreen. I think the newer generation, sometimes they just see things differently than the older generation, like myself. Let's see. Ali, I don't think Sebastian understands the difference between racism and colorism. Next time he comes up on my panel, me and Sebastian will have an open talk about that. Thank you so much, Ali, for the super chat. And thank you so much, Doreen, for the super chat. So, guys, this was a crazy night. I told you I was not gonna have y'all being here for another 2-hour live. So I will see you all next week for that, and I will be doing a colorism panel. I have Nikki Star TV who has signed on, and the Brooke Ashley. We will definitely have a real talk on colorism, and there's another panel person that hopefully I can get. She is a very large content creator who I love and respect, and I would love to have her opinion on that. We won't just talk about colorism in terms of Potomac, but more like real world experience with it. I have some stories growing up in Louisiana where, colorism was rampant and it was in your face. And I'll share those stories with you. Nicholas Russell says, please speak up, no laughing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Put in the chat what you're talking about. Is it something I missed in the chat? Because the chat moved fast tonight, guys. Robert White said, love this channel. The shade is top of the line. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate that. Guys, so that's coming up. Definitely like, subscribe, and I will be going live with hot topics throughout the week. And I'll definitely be back here same time, same place for Potomac because it's heating up. And I know y'all saw what I saw. Ashley is trying to set Candace up on next week's episode. If I can get some scenes from the next, I will definitely drop a video doing a spoiler with that if I get it. I'll go ahead, and I know y'all like my intro, so I'll do it as an outro, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense.